Top Chef All-Stars LA. We had another episode tonight, another chef sent packing. I did not get a chance to watch Last Chance Kitchen yet, so won't be covering that in this video, but let's jump into the episode. So I actually enjoyed the quickfire a lot more than the elimination challenge today. The quickfire with, hey, make fried rice with these ridiculous ingredients. It was fun. I think you got to see the chef's creativity a lot more, and I just enjoyed it more. You watch the chefs, they're having fun cooking, they're having fun interacting with Allie Wong and Randall Park. Everybody in the kitchen is just going for it, swinging for the fences, and that's kind of what I want to see on Top Chef. That's what really intrigues me. That's what really excites me. And then to get to see somebody win making hot dog and Cheetos fried rice. Like, that is a dish that is too wild for Taco Bell. You are not going to see that on any menu ever. And I love that that was a dish that was made and won a challenge. That is incredible to me. So this was a weird episode for Kevin. He won last week, wins the quickfire, and then he heads into the elimination challenge and just kind of throws it. And like, I don't really understand that on a show like this, because the judges remember. The judges remember that you gave us a bad dish one week. They're raising the expectations for you the next week. So it makes no sense to me that Kevin is just, well, I just kind of went for it, tried some new stuff. That is a bad approach to this, to a reality show where you want to be the winner in the end. Like, that sort of behavior almost comes off as someone who is just there for the experience rather than wanting to win the show. All right, back onto the rest of the challenge. So we had a few chefs that I think are kind of, setting themselves as the top of the pack, and two of them are Melissa and Brian. Eric. Melissa has really been on point all season long. She wins the elimination challenge tonight. I think she's had one of the top dishes in every single thing that's been attempted all season long. I get the impression that I could give her any challenge to cook anything on the planet, and it would be something that would be fantastic. Out of all the dishes that were presented tonight, hers just looked delicious. Like, it doesn't matter what sort of tastes you're into, whether you're big into cuisine and fine dining or you like your mac and cheese, hers just looked fantastic, delicious. Every single one of the judges loved it. I believe one person at the table even described it as a near perfect dish. I'm really enjoying her so far, and yeah, she has to be one of the favorites of the season. We also saw Eric on the top today. Did get some criticism for his dish on how he handled his little buttermilk concoction, which was something like xanthan gum and creme fraiche. That was kind of, Tom said, this is not a good combination, but he really just went for what the challenge was. Be inspired by the art that they went to look at and translate that into the plate. And I feel like he really listened to what the challenge was, what the judges wanted, and executed on that. I don't think he really had a shot at winning. I feel like Brian Malarkey and Melissa were way ahead of everybody else on today's challenge. But yeah, Melissa goes on top, and Brian Malarkey, his best showing of the season. His critique that we keep hearing over and over is he does too much. He goes for too much, and as a result, just brings down the dish overall. And today he didn't go that route. He went a nice simple halibut dish. It looked beautiful. The judges said it tasted beautiful. said that each distinct item on the plate was wonderful and fantastic, and biting them all together, you could distinctly tell each one apart. And then the other Brian, both our Brians were on the top. I actually was surprised to hear his name on the top. It sounded like the judges were just like, yeah, all he really did was put some color on a plate and call it good. Maybe his group was just that bad that is what lifted him above all the rest. Okay, let's get on to our bottoms. We saw Leanne, Stephanie, Jamie, and Karen all on the bottom. Karen just kind of presented a mess on a plate and then sold it off as trying to do something really simplistic. But I look at what she put on the plate, and it was anything but simple to me. Just because something is chicken does not make it simple. And yeah, I kind of was getting the vibe that she was going to be the one to go home today, but she was not. Another person who really whiffed today was Leanne. She gets the Brian Malarkey critique today and just went for way too much. Way too much. And then on top of it, I don't think that her idea was that great to begin with. So it was a miss whether you did all those extra steps or not. I think that she would have been better served simplifying things a little bit, still go with the whole duck and the egg motif, and just add a little bit extra there. It doesn't have to be 50 extra things, and that would have been good enough, and might have still saw her in the bottom, but probably not at risk of going home. Stephanie, I think she's having some confidence issues as we progress in this season here. She doesn't seem to have that belief in herself that she can win this thing and that she is deserving of being one of the best chefs here. And I think that if she does get that confidence, that she will start to see her perform significantly better in all our challenges moving forward. So our chef who was sent home was Jamie. He will be headed to Last Chance Kitchen to face off against Joe, and I think that'll be an interesting matchup. So he ran out of time, did not get his final ingredient on his plate. He made just a dry chicken dish, and he was supposed to have some chicken jus on there, and without that, it was just a chunk of dry chicken and some other random bits on a plate, and that was it. So if you really mess up on how you cook your dish, you're probably going to go home. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in Last Chance Kitchen. I will try to watch it before next week's episode. It just wasn't online yet when I went to record this. So yeah, I will fill you in on what happened next week. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And RuPaul's tomorrow.